you cannot define God. You cannot even explain God. But for our sake, for our human mind's sake, God will give you what we want. Whatever we ask for, God is there to fulfill it, because we are God's children and God is our parent. And again, within limits, everything within limits, right? There is a limit to everything, and that is the law of creation. There is a limit to everything. The only thing that is limitless is God. Even the ocean has limits, even the waves have limits. When it crosses the limits, there is a problem. The winds have limits. When the winds cross certain limits, it creates a havoc. Same thing with our desires. They have to have limits. If they don't, then they will create havoc in our life. God is complete by itself, whatever that is. It doesn't need anything to take place. It doesn't want anything to take place. It is at no control. It is complete by itself. The Vedas have described it as Sat Chit Anand. Translation is being awareness bliss, but Sat also means truth. It's not just being, it means truth. And Anand, so Anand is what we are seeking. When we are doing anything in life, including this group meditation, including those people who did not come to the group meditation because they've gone somewhere else, because it is giving that thing Ananda to them. Whatever we are doing or not doing is for our Ananda. When we are helping somebody, we are doing it for our Ananda. When we are hurting somebody, also we are doing it for Ananda. The Ananda can be Sattvic, the Ananda can be Rajasic, the Ananda can be Tamasic, but we're all doing it for our happiness. Whatever we are doing in our life, it is a choice we make. But God hopes that you will seek the Ananda from God. You will seek God's love. God hopes that you give God love. God doesn't need anything. It's actually not even hope. But God will take it from you if you give it with love. If you offer it with love and or with faith. So here is the secret. If God will take everything with love and faith, then why not offer the things that we need to get rid of? You know, you have a headache, offer it with faith. And see if we can offer it with love. That will be quite interesting, offering my headache with love instead of disgust. It is easy to be disgusted with stuff, but when we can happily, lovingly do it, that would be quite interesting. God को कुछ नहीं चाहिए. You cannot give anything to God. It is trying to offer a candle to the sun. I mean, even that example is very poor. But imagine showing the light to the sun through a candle. Candle stands not even a chance of 1 in a trillion. Even it will be one in a trillionth. It will be that kind of a small number. It means it doesn't exist. When we offer something to God, we offer it for our benefit. So why not then go to God with that feeling that I'm coming to you for my sake. I'm not coming to you for your sake. Let us not try to fool God. Oh, I'm coming for you. Or fool ourselves. Oh, I'm going for God's sake. No, I'm not going for God's sake. Wherever it is. Service, bhajans, even meditation group or anything like that. Any kind of service. A devotional service, physical service, any type of service. I'm doing it for my sake. But I can offer that my sake to God. I can offer it. That is the whole idea, that I offer all my actions and results for those actions at your lotus feet. You start it like, may my day start with that feeling and end my day with that feeling, that my thoughts, words, and actions and feelings, may they come from you. Yeah, may you think through me, you feel through me, you act through me, and then I offer it back to you. That is how we reduce our karmic burden. When I don't touch the karma, like it is yours, I do it for you. Do to karna hi hai na. We're going to do something or the other anyway.
How do karma and manifestation work?
Mm.
Do they intersect? If manifestation is absolutely, we have talked, it will happen if you do the hourglass, right? But then there's also karma, which we have also discussed as a topic many times, and we refer to karmic influences, and that we are living through our karma. then if I'm living through my karma, wouldn't that interfere in my manifestation and not necessarily it may work? I've been very confused with this question.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल बहुत बढ़िया क्वेश्चन है, ब्रिलियंट क्वेश्चन। देखो चोटी होती है ना, हम तो गुत्त बोलते हैं, जो चोटी होती है ना, ब्रेड जिसको बोलते हैं, सो इट इज लाइक दैट। एंड लाइफ इज नॉट और, लाइफ इज एंड। We say, is it this or is it that? We're creating a dichotomy in our life because we are looking at life in a black and white manner, whereas life is actually very gray. It is almost never black and white. It is almost always gray, gradation of gray. Sometimes it is such a light gray that it is almost white. Sometimes it's such a dark gray that it looks like black. You know, even in colors, it's impossible to get a pitch black and a pitch white. Even in colors, it's chemically impossible. Chemically, it's impossible to get. And the only black you can have is black hole, where the light doesn't escape. And what is there as an object that reflects everything, doesn't absorb anything? There is none. Maybe it will be 99.99% reflective. You know, there is no such thing as 100% pure. Just from that perspective, so gutta braid, like it's so obviously the braid will have, you know, in Indian the braid usually has 3 strands, yeah, but in life the number of strands in a braid are multiple. So in this particular discussion, we have karma, we have manifestation. They go simultaneously. They're going to do their business. You will say how? Well, debt and credit work at the same time. You have withdrawals from the bank, you have deposits in the bank. They happen simultaneously, they do their effect. Everything has an effect. If you deposit something, it will have that effect. If you withdraw something, it has an effect. Can a bank account function when I'm simultaneously withdrawing? And yeah, all of those things are fine. The same way the karmic thing, the karma is going to have an effect on our being, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, at all times. It's not a singular life. It is a unified life. Yeah, there's a difference between unified life and singular life. Singular life means I either do this or I do that. It is not that, but it is unified in the sense everything is happening simultaneously. I am breathing, speaking, acting simultaneously at this point. Every action has a reaction. Every action comes from a thought and a feeling. So the seed is a thought. Every thought and feeling will have a reaction. Karma is not just actions. Karma is also feeling. Karma is also a thought. Lack of is also karma. Lack of action is also karma. It's a choice we make. Just breathing itself is a karma. Being alive is a karma. Okay? Sitting down in a chair is a karma. Karma is happening at all times. As the time is elapsing, the only way the nishkama karma happens is when I offer the actions and the results of those actions at the feet of the divine. That it is all yours. You choose what to do. Now, manifestation is the path where I ask God for something instead of total surrender. What's wrong with that? Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with it. We have also come on this world to experience experiences. What experiences? Now, at a sensual level, we all know the senses: to see, to hear. Why do we go sightseeing? We travel to see things. We go to concerts. We go to our loved one to hear their voice. We call them to hear their voice, isn't it? We speak with them. We eat. We touch, and so forth. Sensual experiences. Our experience in this world will be null and void if all our senses are muted. Then we cannot have the outer worldly experience, bodily experience. The body is able to experience something through the senses. So don't disregard the senses. Regard the senses, but put limit on them. That's all. The idea is putting limit. Everything in this world is limit. When we're doing karma within a limit, it is fine. When karma goes outside the limit, is a problem. Limit is both slothful is also limit, you know. not brushing your teeth all day long. We've all gone through those processes, whether it is college days or teenage days or just having an off day. We've all gone through that, but we know what that means. When we're gone to the cross the negative limit of the karma, and then we've also burnt ourselves working too much, too hard, and we've crossed the upper limit for karma, which has a negative effect on our body, mind. So senses are, so we've come on this earth for experiences. Senses are a way for those experiences. Body has experiences, mind has experiences, right? But our feelings, we have experiences of feeling, they're all part of the mind. Thoughts and feelings are all part of the mind. It's part of a bigger conglomerate of mind. The soul also wants to have experiences, and that is where we have to seek knowledge from from either the scriptures or the godly people or the people who had near-death experiences. Dr. Weiss's series of books, Many Minds, Many Masters, where he put his subjects, his clients through a certain state where they could be guided into their previous lifetimes. And the question was, what was the lesson? This is the point here. What were you supposed to learn in this lifetime? And the client said, I was supposed to learn compassion. That's it. The soul also comes to on this earth to experience something, not just the body and the mind and the senses. Ultimately, it is the soul experience. And then that one of the ladies said, she said, it could be a man, I don't know, that actually for many lifetimes, my lesson was to learn compassion. In other words, in one lifetime, he or she did not learn it. In second lifetime, in third lifetime, maybe she learned. We made our life very complex, whereas for soul, it is like, okay, learn one thing. Soul is very patient, and so is the oversoul. Atma and Paramatma are very patient, supremely patient. They say, okay, go forth on the planet Earth. There are apparently other planets in other dimensions. And, or we are given a ticket. It's not like you are sent. You actually have a privilege of going. You're like, okay, I would love to go to China. Okay. It's like that. I would love to go to planet Earth and have a human experience. We've all had plant, mineral, and other type of creature experience, birds and fishes and other animals. But human experience is the highest. It's very, very rare. So what we think of it as a pitiful life is actually a very expensive experience. This is a trillions of dollars worth of experience. We have an ecosystem supporting each one of us. Each one of us have angels, guardian angels, and which are individual to us, like butler system. Like we are pampered. We don't realize it, how much is, and then we have angels who generally take care of all of us in certain departments, gods, goddesses, and all that stuff. They're dedicated to our well-being. But since our awareness has gone to the negative aspect of our experiences, we focus more on them because our awareness is there. We have to shift our awareness. Imagine a soul has come to learn just one thing, compassion. That's it. What are you supposed to learn in 80 odd years, 80 plus and minus? Well, let's say up to 100 years. Compassion, one lesson. One lesson, imagine. But we're too quick to move on to the next one without learning the previous one. That's the issue. We're impatient. We're not consistent. Coming back to the karma and manifestation. So whatever we think, whatever we feel, whatever we do is karma. It has an effect. Some have an immediate effect. Some have. So if I slap myself, I'll get hurt right away. Okay. If I whatever, love myself, I will feel that also right away, right? It's a very physical sensory experience. If I put water in my face or if I drink some water, I'll have an immediate sense of, okay, some have delayed effect. We eat food, we go to the toilet, hopefully the next day instead of the day after, right? So every karma has a reaction. And some karmas take a very, very long time. to come back. But all karmas come back, except the karmas which we have already offered the results of the action. It's not mine, God, it is yours. I offer it to you. I have no ego, no claim to it. No good karma, no bad karma, it's yours, whatever. So that is going on. It's doing its business. And manifestation is the part where I say, I want this. How can I have this? You can say, well, how could this be real? Well, we know more of manifestation more than we know of karma. Why? Well, that's why we go to job. That's why we earn money. That's why we shop. What is shopping? It's manifestation. Shopping is manifestation. I want a particular shirt, I want a particular pant, I want a particular dress. That's manifestation. I want it, I know how to get it, I go get it done, it's in my hand. It's manifestation. I want water right now. Okay, that's a desire. And then I reach to a tumbler which has water. I drink water, satiate my thirst. It's manifestation. Why is it so complicated? It's manifestation. We're manifesting experience in our life, and not in our life. Every day, hundreds of times we are manifesting. And the limits within which we can manifest is guided by our karma. Like what can we earn? What have we earned? What can we do? There's a limit of time, space, dimensionality, and also a limit of what we can do based on our karmic credit. They both work at the same time. Or at least we can assume they work at the same time. Baba's favorite question was, what do you want? You know what you want, go get it. What is the hourglass? An hourglass, you ask the high sea to give you something. And you keep asking until you get it. And yes, there is a chance that you don't get it if karmically you have not earned it. But do you not ask it because karmically you may not have earned it? No, if it is in your heart, you ask for it. And you will get it. And if not, then you will know, it's my karma. But you go through the process. You go through it. जो मैंने पुराने कर्म किए हैं, whatever old karmas I've done, I have no control over it. Na?
Correct.
Done, right? Think about it. So the prarabdha karma, the old karmas, the effect of the old karmas, forget about it. It is done and dusted. There is absolutely, you cannot change about the past karmas. Zero. Zilch. No one has been able to do it except maybe Kent Clark was able to do it. He was able to rewind the earth, by a day, or somebody who is one of the Avengers who can change, who can go to the past, future, time, all that stuff. And God, of course, can go to all. There is no limit to God. Right? God only can go in the past or future and change it because it is kalatitaya. It is beyond time. That's why. There's no limit for God. But for us human beings, whatever is done, finished. We can't change it. So the part of karma that is in our hand is what we do today. That karma is in your hand. Manifestation, that part is one of that is that part. Will I get it? Will I get it? Will I get it? Please give me, please give me, please give me. That is that part, right? And then the whole book's written on it. Oh, first feel it, think it, visualize it, imagine it, blah, blah, blah. Do all that stuff. That song and dance, do it. It's fine. Do hourglass, do this, do that. Plead, pray, ask, be angry. That is all everybody's personality. Do it whichever way you want. But if you look at, there was one question you asked, is there a point where they intersect?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is the point where karma and manifestation intersect? First of all, they can intersect only in one time domain. Tell me which time domain will they intersect from, past, present, and future. Where will they intersect? Karma and manifestation in the three choices. Where will they intersect? Past, present, or future?
Present.
Kyun?
Because this is the only time they can.
Thank you very much. This is the only time they can. They cannot intersect any other time. Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. But so is the past. They also intersected there because in the past, there was a karma and there was a manifestation. So they intersected there too. Oh, do they intersect in future? Oh, yes, too, because something or the other will happen. Yeah. So they happen. But in the past, when they intersected, it was only the present moment at that time. In the future, when they will intersect, that will be in the present moment in the future. So they only intersect in the present moment. Like Krish said, they can only intersect in the present moment. Whether it happened in the past or whether it will or shall or may happen in the future, and when and if it does happen, it will happen in the present moment. Everything that has ever happened and can or will ever happen will happen only in the present moment. It is the most powerful moment there is. It's the only moment there is, except in our mind, which lives in the past or the future. So it is imaginary. So the past and future are actually imaginary. It's not real. There's no such thing as past or future. It lives only in our mind. Only our mind can go in the past and future. Past and future, actually, they don't exist. They don't exist. It's not even virtual. They actually are non-existential. Past and future do not exist. It's not even fake. We, in our mind, recreate the moments that have happened in the past, and we bring it to our conscious awareness. Or the things we project out in the future. What if that negative scenario takes place? Usually we're very good at negative scenarios. It's all sad stories, Devdas. We project it in the future, and then we bring it through our conscious awareness in the present moment, and we suffer in the present moment about things that actually don't exist anymore. So we hasten the possible intersect of the karma and manifestation, usually negative one, mostly negative one, in the present moment. And we have those experiences as if they have happened. Now, if that, we are so good at manifestation, we are good at manifesting negative stuff. All we have to do is now change our negativity to positivity. That's it. We are masters of manifestation. We are masters of creation, of creating things in the present moment that are supposed to happen in the future. We are masters at reproducing, recreating things in the present moment that happened in the past and no longer are there. They're only a record. They're not real. We are masters of manifestation. That is called manifestation. We're constantly manifesting. Understand that. You're saying, I don't know how to manifest. You're manifesting all the time. At the very minimum in your head. So the intersect between the karma and manifestation is in the present moment, number one. And number two, it happens in our head. What karma can we do? Karma that happened in the past, we were saying, and we are now reaping the results of those actions. Whatever you want to manifest in the future, you have to do the karma of that today. You have to sow the seeds of the karma that will manifest the results of it in the future. That's all. So it's a karma bhumi. We're living in the land of karma. The way we go about doing it could be any way. We can be beggars. There are people who are actually, they are professional beggars. They know how to manifest through begging. It is their business. It is their modus operandi. It is their way. There are people who manifest things through stealing. It's their business. It's a lot of work, a lot of risk. There are people who manifest by doing work. There are people who manifest by doing physical labor, by doing all kinds of jobs, right? We all know that. So when we are asking for whatever we are asking for manifestation through the hourglass, our karmas have to be aligned with it. What are our karmas? Our thoughts, words, and actions are our karmas. Karmas, our thoughts, words, actions, and feelings. So you will hasten the manifestation when our thoughts, feelings, actions, words are aligned with each other. Whatever I'm thinking, whatever I'm feeling, whatever I'm doing are aligned. And we're very good at it. We're masters at it because we have been negatively creating, manifesting in our life. So all we have to do is now shift from negative to positive. No, it's not difficult. No, it's a choice. Choice hai ji. Okay, fine, it is difficult. Because it is a change of habit. So it's difficult, yeah. It's difficult because it is change of habit. It's not difficult by the nature, by the difficulty of it. It is not like this is a triple sauerkraut. It's like you're not doing that triple flip jump. Gonna be getting Winter Olympics soon. It's not a triple flip on an ice. Not doing that. It's not that level of difficulty of a dive or a pommel horse. It's not that level of difficulty that you'll be judged by. It is a relative difficulty because of the resistance we have created, because of the patterns of old way of thinking, feeling, speaking, acting. Thoughts, words, thoughts and feelings. I say they go together. Thoughts, feelings, actions. You sow a thought or a feeling. One will come, or sometimes feeling comes first, sometimes thought comes first. It doesn't matter. They both come from the mind. Senses are just the receptors. They are just sensors. Senses are just the senses. They don't enjoy. It's our mind that enjoys. Takes the input. Senses takes the input. And in some cases, there's the output also. In case of our mouth, it's both input and output. Ears only hear. It's only just a microphone. Our ears are just a microphone. Nothing else. There's no speaker. There's not a speaker. It's the microphone. It only hears. And then it goes into the eardrum. Our eardrum, as a matter of fact, yeah, that's part of the mic, which is vibrates and converts into electrical energy. Then it goes into our mind. Our mind interprets the sound, happening at a lightning speed. What a beautiful thing we have. So our mind is what experiences through the input of the senses, except the mouth, which is speaking also. It's both input and output. Input is the food. Output is mouth. One has nothing to do with the other. It has dual functions. It's a two-in-one, cassette player and a radio. One has nothing to do with the other. Think of it this way. I'm sowing a seed of a thought into the soil of my life, and then it sprouts into a small little sprout. We eat sprouts, like a moong dal sprouts. Within 3 days, it sprouts. Yeah, action. In our life, thoughts and actions, the space can be as little as a few seconds or maybe even instantaneous. Sometimes there's no delay. I think I do it. Yeah, I can. Or I can sit forever wanting to do it because I have so many blockages. You sow an action, you take an action, you take that little sprout and you put that in another soil and then it becomes a little plant. You reap a habit. You take a habit of drinking chai. There we go. Take a habit, because I do it. It's daily, at a certain time. You sow that little sapling that you got in a little pot from a nursery, bagiche se, and you put it in a bigger nursery, more open space, more air, water, and sunlight. You sow that, you reap a personality. You reap a tree over time. Everything time domain, right? Karma works with time and space, dimensions. Take a personality. You reap a character. So our strong habits, let's call it, our personality and our character is it what goes in between lifetimes. It's all. And our small little actions, they just fall apart because they're just too baby, too small. They just don't have an impact. You've done something once, whatever. Everything goes in some way because it is recorded in the subconscious mind. That's not what I'm saying. But our patterns are defined by what we repeatedly do. So what we have done is we have repeatedly chosen our thoughts and feelings and actions to be in the negative direction. Fears and blockages and so forth. We paid too much attention in that direction. So what do you mean by pay too much attention? Isn't it my mind thinking negative things? The mind thinks anything. Mind will think positive, mind will think negative. Mind has all kinds of things. It is our awareness. We were coming back to the initial thought of what is God? God is Satchidanand. The chit, the awareness. It is our awareness that goes in a certain direction. It can go It can, our mind could be concocting a negative story, it can concoct a positive story. It is concocting all kinds of stories. So many versions of the stories are happening in the mind. But when my awareness can latch on to a particular story, because meri tawajjo hai, I have an inclination in that direction. The inclination could be of fear, could be of शक को क्या बोलते हैं, शक्की, मेरे को बड़ा शक है उसके ऊपर. शक को क्या बोलते हैं भैया हिंदी में, हिंदी इंग्लिश में? हेलो, शक करना, डाउट्स, राइट? नहीं, डाउट नहीं बोलते हैं किसी के ऊपर.
Suspicion.
हाँ,
Suspicion.
suspicious. हाँ, suspicious nature. Did you see that? Who is that person? Why is that walking this way? What is in that person's hand? What is he wearing? You know something? That person is up to something. Suspicious nature. I'm not saying don't be suspicious. It's good. Somebody to have some of that. It's good to have security jobs, right? But it's tawajjuh ke. And we have to take those inclination which is our has part of become our nature. Personalities are nature. It has become our nature. If you can take that, because you can't transform it. You can't destroy it, what I meant to say. But put it to good use. Everything has a good use. If you have suspicious nature, then join a security company. You'll do an awesome job. Or investigation company, or do investigative type of work. Right now, there are jobs which require investigation. Looking at it from different point of views and questioning and doubting. It could be data, it could be analysis, it could be experimentation, it could be looking at reports, it could be speeches, it could be work projects, sales, it could be anything. You can apply that aspect of yourself in a productive manner. Satchidanand. Chit is the awareness. Where is your awareness? Where is your awareness? That is your karma. That is the choice you make. It is my choice as a human being to choose where should I take my awareness. My mind is doing my job. My senses are doing my job. My intelligence is doing my job. My body is doing my job. My soul is doing my job. My soul is just being here and now in the present moment as an observer. That is its job. It doesn't have any job. It's just silent observer, being there, always with me, loving me unconditionally, supporting me. That's its job. Supplying, providing, healing, all that stuff it does, silently does its job, the soul. And we so-called educated people even question, is there a soul? I'm like, ek chapet maro usko. Tum zinda ho? Where we take our awareness is in our hand. There are millions of things going in our head. Which one are we following? Which one are we making a habit of doing? That's it. यही कर्म है भैया, यही हमारा कर्म है. इसी को मैनिफेस्ट करोगे आप. As you think, so shall you become. Manifesting is a small thing. Becoming is even bigger than manifestation. You actually be it. As you think it, so you becometh. Self-transformation is about transforming my thoughts, my feelings, my actions. And you can transform something only first. You cannot transform somebody else, right? You can only transform yourself. You can transform only something that is yours. It has to be yours first. And then you have to go through the transformation process. So if I want to transform my thoughts, first I have to lay claim to that. Okay, these are my thoughts. Not only I have to acknowledge. We're so good at blaming somebody else. It is that person. Oh, that person did something, but you're thinking about it now. That person did it once, but you're thinking about it 100 times, a million times. Those are all thoughts. Somebody did something stupid, somebody did something negative, somebody did something bad once. It could be more than once, but as an example, somebody did something once. That is their karma. When somebody does something, it is their karma. But I'm thinking about it not only I'm thinking about that person's karma, what that person did. Well, here karma means what that person said, what person did not say, what that person did or what that person did not do. That's what we call karma. That is that person's karma. But I'm thinking about that person's karma so many times. Not only that, I have embellished that story. That person must have done something, but I've added so much meat and potatoes around. We made a big smorgasbord, I made a big buffet around it. It was just an onion. That person just gave you an onion and you cried. Okay. But you made a huge buffet around this onion. That is that person's action. But why am I thinking about that person's action so many times? I have to take ownership. These are my thoughts. It could be about that person's negative actions or negative words, fine. But again, I have to lay claim to my thoughts. They are eventually my thoughts. Not eventually, they are actually by source. They're all of them my thoughts. I'm promoting that thought process. Yeah. I'm engaging that thought process. I want that thought process to be thought even more. First, I have to lay claim to my thoughts. I have to lay claim to my feelings. Somebody did something, somebody said something, right? It is their karma. And that their actions or their words or lack thereof, somebody, it made you feel something. Somebody was supposed to say sorry, they did not say sorry. Somebody was supposed to say thank you, they did not say thank you. It made you feel a certain way. Neglected, whatever, disrespected, right? When somebody doesn't do something also, that is also an action. And I can feel a certain way. Now I can keep on feeling bad about myself, about that person a million times. But that person did not say thank you, did not say sorry, it is their karma. But how I'm allowing myself to entertain those feelings, how I indulge myself in those feelings is my choice. So I have to claim, I have to take ownership. These are my feelings. I'm the one who's feeling this way. Okay, that person made me feel, that person made me think only once, but I am engaged in that thought and feeling process a million times. If it was the same version of it, it was exactly what actually happened, which none of us know, right? Nobody knows the truth. Why that person did or say something or not, what was the intention, we don't know because we don't even ask questions. And if you do ask a question, we don't listen to what they have to say. If we do listen to what they have to say, we have no idea whether that person is saying it truthfully or untruthfully. We're living in, oh God, what kind of world are we living in? Untruthful world, unreliable world. What an experience. We have incomplete version of a story, untrue version of a story, and then we're creating virtually different versions of that unclear, untruthful, incomplete story. And we're embellishing that story a million times. And we're thinking that my versions of the story are true. And then impose my stories on somebody else without taking ownership of it. First thing, I have to take ownership of my thoughts. I have to take ownership of my feelings. This is what I'm thinking. Or I'm allowing myself to think, or I'm encouraging myself to think, or feel, and feel. It's not usually or, it's always and. We think a certain way, we feel a certain way. First, I have to take ownership of it. Then I have to make a decision. Buddhi, discrimination power. I have to make a decision. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it good for me? Is it bad for me? Is it in line with my values, my priorities? Is it what I want to manifest in my life? Because whatever you think and feel and speak and do will manifest in your life eventually. Is this what I want in my life? No, then stop it. Or change it. Yeah. To change it, you have to stop the current way of thinking. Yeah. If I'm going the wrong direction, if I'm supposed to go north, I'm going south, I have to stop and then turn around and go in the right direction. And what is the right direction? Do you know what is the right direction? Each direction has a starting point and an ending point. You have to have a goal. And you can say, the direction also mean as just keep on going route 1 north and you will eventually get there, get to this exit, whatever that could mean. Yeah, you could have guides in your life, could be principles, could be values. Sometimes we are driven by that, or sometimes we are driven by an actual factual goal. It could be a project, could be a purpose. So transformation can take place, and that the process of transformation itself is karma. And the end of transformation is manifestation. And the process of transformation is karma. And the process of transformation along the path of transformation is also manifestations. We manifest. If nothing else, we're manifesting feelings also. Feelings and thoughts are not just karma. Feelings and thoughts are also manifestations. We can manifest feelings because good thought will manifest good feelings. Bad thoughts will manifest bad feelings. Yeah, we're manifesting. If I allow myself to feel bad, I will have bad thoughts. What am I manifesting? Because it's very quick, right? It's very early, it's very small. So initially you manifest only thoughts and feelings, little baby ones. They don't become actions yet. They don't become habits. They're not big deal. Small, 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 small. Baby, baby, baby. Over time, they concretize. Even if you look at certain caves, क्या होता है कोई केमिस्ट्री का ये अपनी बंदी है कविता ही है क्या होते हैं वो caves होते हैं कैल्सिफिकेशन हो जाती है क्या बोलते हैं उसको
Stalactites and stalagmites
There we
from
go.
Switzerland, the cave in Switzerland,
Beautiful.
ice cave, going down where the drops are, where those formations are down and where
Yeah.
the formations are going up. That's it.
It's calcium carbonate that
Okay.
the water evaporates and they settle.
देखो, this is perfect. VM, I'll come back to you. Right. Now you have raised hands. So think about it. Wow, this is a perfect example in nature of karma and manifestation. So just a drop, a drop, a drop is a thought, a drop is a word, a drop is a feeling, a drop is an action. Just drop by drop by drop by drop. In this case, hundreds of thousands of years sometimes. Sometimes it's just only hundreds of years. Baby ones. But the big ones are thousands of years. Hundreds of thousands of years in some cases. Just a drop by drop by drop by drop. That drop by drop by drop of the water filled with mineral content, mineral rich content, as it flows through and focused on one point over and over again, it manifests into something. That is called manifestation. And it happens both from the above and the bottom also. Wherever it is dropping from, it is manifesting there also. Where it is dropping at is also manifesting on both sides. You're manifesting in both areas. Like your thought pattern will create a feeling. And your feeling, which is a result of your thought, will also create a feeling will create a thought, thought will create a feeling. So if I choose a negative thought, I'm having a negative feeling. If I'm choosing a negative feeling, I'm having a negative thought. But what do I do now? How do I get so I'm very good at manifesting. Understand, we are experts in manifestation. We don't have to now we have to use this power we have of manifesting in a positive way. That's it. Don't change yourself. Our process is called being myself. Don't change yourself. Well, you do have to change yourself, but be who you are. Okay, that's what we're saying. Self-transformation, of course, is the process and the goal in some way. The purpose of all of this is self-transformation. Be who you are. Be authentically who you are. All we have to do is shift the negative to positive. We are golden. That's it. And so, in other words, the simple process is called Trikanna Shuddhi. Purity and unity and thoughts, words, actions, and I will also add feelings. That's it. Game over. So somebody said something, somebody didn't say something, somebody did something, somebody didn't do something. That's all there is. The rest are stories. I respond or react to it. How I respond or react to it is based on my past patterns. I'm guided by my past patterns. That's the situation. It's chicken or the egg. Why am I angry in the first place? I could be sad, right? Everybody's going to be reacting differently. everybody has a different reaction to it. The reaction is going to be based on their past patterns of reactions and responses. And that is also called Maya. Baba has also spoken about it. That is also called, that is an illusion. And Maya is a reflection, reaction, resound. Illusion is what we create in our mind by reacting, responding to a certain situation over and over again in multifarious versions, embellishing it in both negative and positive ways. When it is a desirable story, we embellish it in a very positive way. When it is an undesirable story, we embellish it in a very negative way. But we embellish it. Maya is not out there. Who creates the Maya? I create the Maya. Dekho. You want to be liberated? You want to ask God to liberate me from this Maya? Maya is following me. I am the creation of Maya, yaar. I am the creator. I am the creator of Maya. What are you asking God to remove Maya when I am creating it? Is God your garbage collector? You keep on creating Maya and God keeps on removing Maya. What nonsense is this? Is your servant? Reflection, reaction, resound. Reflecting on something is also Maya. I keep on ruminating over it over and over again. Keep on thinking about it over and over. A negative thing has happened. Okay, once. Why am I thinking about it? Hundreds of times. Millions of times. Are you stupid? Maya ka jaal. Who has created Maya? I. Through what? Through my thoughts, words and actions. But now, why are my thoughts, words and actions are influenced in a certain way? Is because of my past thoughts, words and actions. Because past thoughts, words and actions, which are nothing but karma, have manifested today in a pattern of thinking and feeling and acting. It has become my personality. यार ये बंदा बड़ा negative है. How has person become negative? How has a person become positive? How is a person thinks this way, feels this way? Because of the past way of it. So, okay, right? What do we do then? We recognize our thoughts. We take ownership. I am thinking this way. I am feeling this way. I am acting this way. First thing, I take ownership of my life. Oh, bhaiya, I am the God of my life. I am the creator of my life. I am also Mayavi. I am created illusion. Delusion is also created by me also. So if that is the case, can I dissolve the illusion and delusion? Yes. That is the best part. How? First, make a decision. How do I make a decision? Using your buddhi. What is buddhi? Doesn't matter. Make a decision. You will ask, what is mind? What is buddhi? What is atma? Who the hell cares? None of them are visible entities. God is not visible. Mind is not visible. Discrimination is not visible. None of even your senses are not visible. Only your sense organs are visible. I make a decision. I want to go from negative to positive. But why the hell would you want to go from negative to positive? You're so good at something. That is why we don't like to change. We are so good at something. We're so afraid to change. I'm not good at positive. I don't want to go in the positive. I'll be fooled there. I'm an expert in negative. Let me stay in the negative area. I'm so good at it. Change is not good because wherever I'm going to, I don't know anything about it. I might as well be here. I know everything about it. I'm PhD in negativity. The point here is continue the modus operandi of embellishing, meant the whole process of creating different versions, but do something that is worthwhile for you. Have a goal in life, have a purpose in life, and then align your thoughts, words, and action in that direction. If you don't have a purpose in life, I will loan you a purpose in life. That will also help you find a purpose in life. What is that? Listen to and follow the voice of my heart. And not my heart means your heart. Okay. Listen to and follow the voice of your high C. Until then, just follow that. Once you know how to do that, you don't have to know anything else because everything will come from there. And how do I do that? All I have to do is to be myself. Be genuine, be real for heaven's sake. Do not pretend to be good. Do not pretend to be anybody. Be who you are. Take claim of who you are. Your body, your mind, your heart, your emotions, your actions, everything. I take ownership. Yes, there will be a bit of a dip because the ego will take a hit. Because ego has been on the driving force. The conscious mind has been on the driving seat for so long, and now you're asking to dethrone that. It will have a tantrum. It will find multiple excuses. Just this goal is enough. That was the essence of Bhagavad Gita. What did Arjuna choose? Arjuna chose Krishna. And Krishna said, you're choosing me. I will not. He said, listen, be very careful. Don't choose me just like that. I will give you my whole army, or I will give myself. But I will, whichever side I go, I will not lift a single weapon. God is not going to do karma for you. I'm not going to do any work. You do your karma. It is your war. Don't ask God to do things for you. God is not your damn servant, for heaven's sake. Even though God is serving us. But don't treat God as your servant. God is our guide, our coach. Listen to and follow it. The transformation will take place. Everything will happen from there. Everything will happen. सब कुछ हो जाएगा. Releasing the blockages through the maypole, through the tree exercise, that is a very easy way of transformation.